Well, they're trying to make the Epstein files go away with all of the distractions and the chaos. But the one through line since probably, was it June of this year, has been the Epstein files, the Epstein files. I think these things are eventually going to come out because it just got blown wide open. The House Democrats have been interrogating Kash Patel for like 8 hours, and we're now learning about more evidence that's been revealed from Bill Barr. On top of that, we have one of the lawyers who represents the government, really represents Trump, being tripped up about a question about Ghislaine Maxwell. Let's get to that first. Here is Todd Blanche saying he can't answer a very simple question.
But when you met with her, did you find her to be credible?
It's an impossible question to answer. I met with her for 2 days. To determine whether a witness is credible takes weeks and weeks and weeks. I asked her questions that I believe...
By the way, sorry to butt in, but the reason why it was so unusual for him to do that interview is because he's right. He doesn't know her at all. Generally speaking, the person who did that interview is the person who they fired, who actually represented that case. So it was highly unusual and frankly unethical for him to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, and we all know why he did it.
All of us wanted answered, and she answered them. She answered them. The point of the interview was not for me to pressure test every single answer she gave. Of course not. The point of the interview was to give her an opportunity to speak, which nobody had done before.
Bro, she chose to not testify in court, and she's been denying this whole thing even after being found guilty. She's had plenty of opportunities to speak. The point of the interview was to make sure that she knew that if she were to never say anything bad about Donald Trump, she would be let go or pardoned or given some sort of leniency in her sentencing. That was the whole point of this. We will see what happens, but I am almost sure of it. And that makes me feel almost 100% positive that Donald Trump did something not great with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, this is an amazing clip. I'm so excited to show you this because Jared Moskowitz puts Kash Patel in a bind. Watch. This is truly a masterclass.
And yesterday, in an answer to Senator Kennedy, you said the FBI is not in possession of any credible evidence that Epstein trafficked girls to anyone but himself. So according to your testimony yesterday and in this committee, according to the evidence the FBI has, the number of names on the list are zero.
No,
zero.
The index has been released, and the number of people involved in that trafficking operation were charged in 2008.
Other than Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, your testimony in the Senate and here is that according to the evidence you have, the number of other names is zero.
That were charged based on credible evidence.
Well, who are the other names? Give me the other names that weren't charged.
We are not releasing the names of anyone because the Department of Justice never does that of anyone that didn't have any credible information to attack them.
Let me move forward. The president you've seen the picture of the woman's body with the writing and the president's signature. The president says that's not his. Mm-hmm. Okay? The president says it's not his. The Republican colleagues say it's not his. The administration say it's not his. Will you be opening up an investigation into the Epstein estate for putting out a fake document with the president's signature linking him to the world's largest pedophile ring? Will you be opening that investigation into that?
On what basis?
On what basis? They literally put out a fake document, according to the president, with a fake signature. It's a forgery of the president of the United States signature. That's the basis.
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, I look forward to that investigation.
That's amazing. We need more of that. Let's make this clip go viral. If you want to make it go viral, please hit like on this video. Hitting subscribe actually does help this get boosted up. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Let's make sure as many people see this as possible because one, that is how you put them in a bind. It's just so genius because I never even thought about it. What the Republicans are doing are alleging that a crime took place, that they're forging the president's signature. And so he took it to the next possible steps. Like, well, if someone's forging a signature, we got to find out who did it. That's a huge crime. And Kash Patel's like, oh, I'll open the crime. Yeah, I'm sure. So good. All right. Now, Kash Patel also, this is frankly disturbing. I don't know if it's true that he does not know about this Dylan Roof who killed 9 parishioners, but here he is just feigning ignorance.
So Dylan Roof, who followed white supremacist propaganda, murdered 9 black parishioners in Charleston in 2015. Do you deny this?
I'm sorry. Dylan Ruth? Roof, can you give me some more information?
You're head of the FBI, you probably know this. If you don't know, that's fine.
You can give me a reminder. I've got a lot in front of me.
It was national news. Robert.
How could you not know that? How could you not know that? Now, Thomas Massie, who is a Republican, put Kash Patel into quite the pickle.
I got to move on here. Were you present when the AG had the White House event when she released the binders to the social media influencers?
I was, yes.
So if you're willing to meet with social media influencers who stood to benefit from the sensational and sad stories of these victims, will you meet with the victims as well?
The FBI will meet with anyone who has new information.
Will you personally meet with them?
The FBI and the professionals who are handling the cases will.
Amazing. He won't meet with them because he knows he's doing them wrong. It's so interesting that he went into the FBI as a podcaster saying, we got to release the files, and now they're not. They're not. I wonder why. God, it feels so good to be talking about something that's not about Charlie Kirk, but this is still an awful thing to talk about. But at least we're not talking about Charlie Kirk for this one video. All right. And as I said, there's new information coming out from an interview that Bill Barr did with the House, I want to say, Judiciary Committee, House investigators. And here is that. Donald Trump had the same reaction I did, which was, how the hell did that happen? He's in federal custody, said Barr. Quote, everyone knew he was being carefully watched. Precisely for that reason, I think I conveyed to him that it was appalling and that we were going to investigate it vigorously. And he had the same reaction I did, which is this is going to certainly generate a lot of conspiracy theories. All that. They also revealed the latest documents were 2 additional pages from a book Elaine compiled to Epstein's 50th birthday in 2003. And one of the contents of the book features some contributors to the book, including President Bill Clinton, attorney Alan Dershowitz, and private equity investor Leon Black. The other was a letter to Epstein from Coco Brown, who refers to herself as Degenerate 2 and him as Degenerate 1, and it read in parts, so many girls, so little time, and you are there, Jeffrey, always grinning like the mysterious, mischievous lad you are. So disgusting. And then Bill Barr says here, and the president said something to the effect that he had broken off a relationship with Epstein long ago and that he had actually pushed him out of Mar-a-Lago. Well, we actually know that's not true, and that's a story that he likes to say to feint, to pretend like he doesn't have any involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. We know they're very good friends, and they are truly covering. This is a cover-up in real time. Cover-up happening in real time. The FBI is protecting Donald Trump and any other billionaire, hundred millionaire involved in these documents, instead of just prosecuting and showing us all the evidence. They're protecting the most wealthy and powerful people among us from doing truly probably one of, if not the most despicable crime one can commit, which is hurting a child. So we're going to keep following this. Like I told you, we're not going to let it go. I know we haven't talked about it all the time right now because there's other things happening, but you best believe we are going to be following this until those documents are out, because they are clearly hiding this for one reason or another. And with enough pressure, they will have to fold for sure. So we're going to put that pressure on, and you can do that by hitting like in this video, subscribing, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing, and I will see you next time. Bye.